Hello again, Steve here, and this is third video in my day trading experiment covering days 14 and 15. And yes, the experiment is basically between self-trading versus broker-assisted trading. If you haven't seen videos 1 and 2 of this series, then none of this is going to make sense. So if you go back a little bit, first find out who I am, what I'm doing, familiarize yourself with what I'm trying to attempt to do, then these videos hopefully will make a little bit more sense to you. First things first, of course, my disclaimer. I know nothing about trading. I've been doing this less than a month. Nothing of what I say is financial advice. I'm not qualified for this in any way. Trading is very risky. You can lose your entire investment if you're not careful. And most importantly, I do not represent a broker in any way. I will not advertise a broker. You will not find affiliate links. You will not find any advertising whatsoever that broadcasts to somebody else or boosts somebody else's business. Reason for this is honestly a personal experiment which I'm sharing with people. I'm not trying to make money from, I don't know, this kind of social media. But let me tell you what's basically been happening in the last 2 days. Almost an entire disaster. I was asked by my broker to put a rather large investment in. Basically, it's Christmas time. Things are, pretty much flying. If you have a look at like oil, for argument's sake, look at this amount of trades that happened here, over a very short space of time. I mean, this all happened within 1 day. And that, if I had been able to put the kind of capital together that she was asking me for, that would have resulted in over £50,000 worth of profits. Unfortunately, I am not yet Harry Oppenheimer, so I don't have that kind of money. So yeah, she wasn't able to help me. She was busy helping other customers, which I find a little bit off-putting, but nevertheless, one understands it if she's working on commission. So I decided to try something myself, and I placed a trade. Here it is, selling US oil, and I placed this trade right there. Okay, and I was under the impression that this trade was going to go down in this particular direction, and so I placed a trade for it to go down. And what happened? Exactly the opposite. Everything went up. And at one stage, this figure was sitting here at minus $1,500, and through the grace of God only, this has managed to come down, and I ended up having a £60 profit on this item. I since have been told off by the broker for touching the keyboard when I shouldn't have done so, and she has started a new trade for me, also on US oil. I never worry too much if her figures go down, because she's yet to be wrong that they do come back up again. In fact, this one almost took to the level where I could take the profit from. We'll just try again on the next cycle. So yeah, so the mess up this time around was my fault. Because this trade hasn't yet matured, I can't include it in my statistics. So if it matures later on tonight or tomorrow, I'll include it in Monday's figures. But there you have it. That 60 quid that I made cost me £25 almost in fees, so my disaster of training only made $35.56. However, $35.56 is roughly about the same amount my son makes in a day for manual labour while he's at GCSEs, so at least it wasn't a complete waste. What I have added here to the spreadsheet, something new, is the percentage increase based on how much profit has been made against what the balance was in the account at the time. and you'll notice that the percentages are pretty small. Ignore the ones with the stars next to them, because that's when I inserted some capital into it. Most of them sitting, definitely below the 10%, sometimes below the 5% per day mark. This one, very nice, 11%. But what I've realized, it might sound small, but that's 5% per day increase. I know some banks don't even give 2.5% per year. So I must be honest, I'm pretty happy with this, the way we're going forward. So thanks for listening. We'll be back again on Monday. We'll see what happens with Liddy's current trades. Anything else that happens on Monday. I'll speak to you then. Cheers, bye.